Well, if you think you're overwhelmed by the amount of information in your inbox, just try being a member of the CIA. Intelligence agents, they're constantly being bombarded with updates from their colleagues across the globe. And these messages could mean the difference between life or death. So how do they keep up? Former CIA analyst Tara Mallard joins us as part 2 of our week-long series, Secrets of the CIA. Okay, so good morning. And
morning.
I want you to take a look at this, and it won't seem that unfamiliar to many. This is an inbox of, we have our Booker's AJ's email. Okay, so the inbox, the 3,186, that says unread. So something we all deal with. Talk about how someone from the CIA, you know, from your experience, would start even sorting. We have so much info.
Exactly. You see so many movies out there showing you the undercover spies, but you don't see the analysts working in the office, getting ready to brief the president, getting ready to write reports. And the amount of information, overwhelming. You have reports from countries around the globe. You have human intelligence. You have open source intelligence. You have signals intelligence. And you have emails from overnight because you can't bring your work home with you. So right, you can't be on your phone in bed.
I just have parent-teacher conference and, bus time. So how do we begin to go through all of this, just because we do have a lot of info coming in? What strategies does someone in the CIA use that I could use, or someone starting a business could use, or someone who just needs to clean up their inbox?
Sure. So I was thinking about what I did at work that helped me manage my inbox, not just email, but all the information coming in. And the first tip would be set timelines for yourself, time deadlines for yourself. You want to limit the amount of time you're spending on email. You want to have a goal in mind. I'm going to spend 20 minutes going through the most important things before I have to get to write that report, before I have to do that briefing. So you want to put time frames around what you're doing, just like you would with any other task. Otherwise, you can be bogged down in email and social media all day.
How do you know what's important, though? I think that's the big thing, is you can set the timeline to figure out what's important, but how do you get to that first step of determining what's priority?
You want to look for urgent things first. You want to, scan through your email, scan, screen, and filter the information there. Look for the sender of the email. Who's the most important person? Your boss, perhaps, in the case of work. Personal emails might jump. You don't want to read your emails in order, so you want to prioritize and be able to do this in a way that makes sense for the work that you're doing. So when I worked on Iraq, obviously when I came in the morning, attacks that caused loss of life, loss of property, these would be the things that I'd have to get to first, because these would be the most important pieces of information. So if that meant skipping through a lot of things in the inbox, I would have to do that.
So you're talking a general scan, sorting, and then being able to sort of assemble your timeline there. You also say understand and know the source. How important is that? Are you talking putting a filter on your email, or just really considering who's saying what?
Source is very important. So other than information management, psychology, and understanding the source is key. So you want to know about the people who are emailing you. For security reasons, cybersecurity is a big issue now. You don't want to just be clicking links. You want to understand the source. You want to understand the motivations of the person who's emailing you. People in email interactions, it's not the same as in person. People, when you talk on the phone, it's different than in person. So you want to understand that people have time to think about how they're emailing you. They have time to write things in a different way than they might when they converse with you face to face. And you want to understand these motivations when you read your email, whether that's someone asking you for a favor, whether that's someone trying to offload work on you. You want to understand, because reputation and credibility are key things you should take into consideration when reading your emails.
Okay, so I've done a complete purge where I just delete everything, but you don't suggest that. You say that the relevance and value of something can change.
Do not delete everything. Some things, okay, clearly delete. All those promotional garbage emails that probably go into your spam or promotional areas in the Gmail inbox, those you might be able to delete. But you don't know the value of information at a later point in time. Something that's not relevant at time X, especially when you're doing intelligence, can be very relevant at time Y. So a person, an individual, a specific attack site might not have rang any bells off in your head when you read it first. And then months later, you might be working on something where that key piece of information is critical. And I'd argue that in your own personal life and in your professional life, the same might be true in your own inbox.
Okay, interesting advice. Tara, thank you so much for being with us today. We certainly need those tips. Hey,